Not gonna say nothing. Hola, 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 everyone. Welcome back to Tia's Crazy Craft Addiction. Um, Lizzie says I have a tan. Um, then she said the other screen was completely black. So let's kick tonight off by saying hello to everybody who is popping in chat. Hey, Muttnut, Marianne. Hope you get to feeling a little bit better, some reprieve. Lizzie was telling everybody we're having technical difficulties. I believe that the camera to my laptop is failing. I've been having problems for over a year. You know, technical difficulties are not something that I am, a stranger to. All these years later, I just keep rolling with the punches. And I got punched kind of hard today. So, hi, Linda. How are you this evening? Oh, hi, Billy. Billy, I thought about you on the trip. I had a moment, and I remember how I found out you were different than my best friend, Billy. And what I was saying to you at the time, I was telling somebody how, mistakes happen. At one point I thought, well, and I remember asking you to do a topless or shirtless unboxing or something. So yeah. Hi, Margaret. How are you this evening? Mary. Rosalind said, let's get the show on the road. Let's get the party started. I saw that. Hola, Amy. Momo, how you doing this week? Everybody's ready to party. Nancy Lazaretto. Happy Wednesday. Bonnie, how you doing? You wouldn't want to see that. uh, so everybody, you know that this was, I probably didn't think the trip through. I knew, obviously, that I was going to be going on a crafting retreat. It was really like a peaceful, zenful trip that we were planning. My cross stitch crew. You guys hear me refer to them as the cross stitch queens. Those are my queens. And the trip has been in the works for a while, for over a year. So what I didn't do was think through like timing of everything. For example, obviously we are running once a week, the wheel. We look at your progress, we see your pictures, and then someone wins an amazing prize. Now, we did roll out at the beginning of the collab that all prizes will be awarded at the end of the collab. So I do want to make sure I reiterate that. That way we had a system of checks and balances to kind of check off and ensure that, we didn't miss anyone who won an item. I did not do the wheel Wednesday. I was gone. You guys know I was traveling on a cruise and internet is non-existent. Yes, you can add an international package so that when you're port side off the boat and not at sea, that you have some connectivity. It depends on your carrier and it depends on where you are. If you're in an area where there's roaming or not, you might still not have had great service. And so I knew that I wanted to try to post a couple of videos so that you guys could feel like you were right there with me. But internet kept me from being able to do that. And then Lizzie didn't go live or post a whipping chat in our spot like she said she was gonna do. So she mad with me right now. I don't even know why. Um, Go ahead and say it. Tell the people why.
Because you said I'm being mean, so now I'm keeping my mouth quiet.
Does that make any sense to you guys? Wouldn't it be better to just not be mean, right?
I'm not being mean, though. That's the whole point.
I don't know. I had to get you to talk. So moving over from there. Um, Billy says you wouldn't want to see that. Well, that just was the conversation. Lizzie, Lizzie, Lizzie. Rosalind is laughing. Um, um, the conversation came up. Someone was saying something, I forget, but I thought about you because I was like, I've done that before. Stated stuff about the one person, and it was completely wrong. So obviously, you don't do shirtless unboxings. And so because you don't do shirtless unboxings, go figure, asking you to do one just seemed kind of out of the way and untoward. Something to ask of a subscriber. Tia, did you cut your hair? You look 29 today, for real. My hair is back in curls, guys. So because you guys saw me, my hair was straight. And you know how Lizzie always talking about me in extensions. And so this is what she's referring to. When I go from long to straight, she doesn't understand. So when your hair is, healthy and it's been freshly cut, then my hair goes boing. Ooh, I don't know where that came from. And it just shrinks right up. And so obviously it gives the illusion of shorter hair. When my hair has been blow dried and flat ironed, that's when you guys, so if you guys saw me last week, you now know why there's a difference, or the week before, now know why there's a difference. So yeah, y'all see how Lizzie acting? I'm gonna have to give her a spanking. Hi, Melinda. How are you? Thank you, Momo. I appreciate that.
I'm not acting like anything. You're talking. You want me to talk over you?
Not over me, but join in. We have a special guest and they are having some trouble logging in. Hopefully, if they're listening in the background, they're trying to log in on, I guess, an iPhone or an iPad. And they say when they click the link, it's coming up with some sort of message about Safari. So
they have to go to Safari. You copy the link. You go to Safari, and then you hit the top of the Safari, like the bar, and it'll say paste, and it'll say paste and go. Do the paste and go one, and then you'll go in.
So hopefully you're listening and you heard that and you are able to follow those instructions. The unfortunate part is I enter from a laptop and I'm on my phone tonight because, again, my camera is not, even though it's on, it's stuck.
She doesn't have iPhone.
Huh?
You don't have an iPhone.
No, I don't. But I do have an iPad. So I'm halfway there.
You need an iPhone.
I don't know what that means. So Amy says, please remember to hit the thumbs up button to support the channel. After tonight's show, go to Lizzie's channel, kindly watch on the hashtag replay and hit the thumbs up button to support her channel as well. Look at that. Look at her bragging.
I got a new phone.
All righty. Thank you so very much, Momo. I appreciate that. Without further ado, I'm trying to get in and share with you guys just some photos. So this is a cruise. The cruise started in New Orleans, Louisiana. We left the dock or the port there and we headed down to Jamaica. Going back to Jamaica. So that was beautiful.
Look at you. You're barking orders and I'm already doing that stuff.
You got that message?
Yeah.
And so you're going to send back a thumbs up.
I did that by accident. Not that I'm liking that.
All right.
Oh, I'm supposed to vote tomorrow? No.
Huh?
I'm not voting.
I'm confused.
There's an election going on.
For?
Ontario Premier.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Not the
So
Prime Minister, the Premier.
okay.
And I don't want to go.
You don't want to go. Okay.
Unless
So we are.
You can get off work early, then I'd go. But there's still time to vote after work, so they won't let me leave early.
Okay. Okay. I see. So
wouldn't you go if you get off work early? I think everybody would. No.
I'm kind of far when it comes to. I'm kind of real far away.
An Apple 16, Lizzie. You are correct, Amy. It is an Apple 16. I just got an upgrade.
All right, so.
And guess what day I got my upgrade on?
So that's something that you love, right?
Yeah, but guess what day I got it upgraded on? Valentine's Day. That was my Valentine's present to myself.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. I really am. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. You gave yourself a nice Valentine's present for yourself, obviously, in the era of love.
That are dying.
In the era of love is in the air. It's good to, talk about the things that you love as far as, especially projects and, objects that you want to buy yourself, making sure that, you're spoiling yourself. I think that's beautiful. So keep it up.
Is Susan hiding in the background? Susan, are you here?
Huh?
Susan.
Who's Susan?
What?
Who is Susan?
Susan said, oh no, she isn't because I just got it.
Okay. So I'm going to start off. Are you there? Can you see us? Oh, I don't think we did that right.
Well, that's all crazy, like. Oh.
So I wanted to start off by showing just some photos of the trip. This is day one. We're sitting in the staging area. We did all have on matching shirts. It was a great look, we had a great swag bag. We got a cross-stitch bag with our name on it, Princess Tia. There is a group cross-stitch project. It is amazing. It is of a ship. I haven't started mine yet, but I'm going to, guys. Don't worry. One of the other things that we got a cup. The cup, it's like one of those Stanleys, so that you can carry your water around with you. One of the worst things that I did when I was in Jamaica was so hot. I filled it up with soda instead of water. I thought I was going to die. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you, that this is how we started our trip off in matching shirts. Kind of going over from there. I want to show you guys once we got on the boat. Let me see. Oops. Sorry. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, Dima. Well, that just didn't go over well. It's asking me to start. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties for real. Here we go. That is, one of my lovelies, Tima, checking on me. And I know that you guys are also in the audience, been checking on me. Tammy, Amy, all of you guys looking out for me. I appreciate the love. All right, so one of the first videos I want to show is once we got on the boat, we kind of looked down to see, they call it blue, but I think it looks purple. Nice. Okay. So hopefully now, we have our special guests. Looks like they are in. So let me real quickly show you guys this quick video, and then I'll bring our special guest in because I want them to be able to help kind of unpack, the cruise and how much fun we had. Hopefully, you guys will be able to get to a cruise near you, whether it's for diamond painting, all crafts, cross stitch. Okay, let me try and see if I can make this big. Here we go. And let's see. It's always my goal to try. So let's see. I hope you guys are getting it. Let me see if there's sound. There is sound. Right here is where the band plays. And you can come out to orchestral music. They did a Bridgerton night where they played all of the orchestral sounds of violin music from Bridgerton. That was beautiful. I had a ton of fun. This is a see-through elevator that I tried to stay off of.
Why?
I just didn't want nobody getting a look at all of this as it went up the see-through elevator. I mean,
I don't think they can see up your
they probably
skirt.
couldn't see, but I mean, you don't want this backside. Let's
Oh,
go ahead and bring in one of our guests. Look at that beautiful smile. Hi, Shells. This is Shelly Marquez. She does diamond paint, but huh?
She has her mic off.
Oh, your mic.
There we go.
Hello. I can hear you.
Hi, Shell. So Shelly was also my roommate on the cruise. On top of being my nurse extraordinaire. Thank you so very much again for looking out for me. Shelly is wonderful. Everybody, you guys are in my audience. You all know that I have been struggling, mental health. And I had some episodes where Shelly came to my rescue. And I really thank you so very much. She did help to bring out just some smiles and things. The duckies, tell them about the rubber duckies. That really started to kind of make my day. And I started, I think, from there to like really get more into the trip and the cruise and things. So whenever you're ready.
All right. So I brought these rubber duckies. They were little pink little rubber duckies, little different designs. And what they do on the cruises is they hide them. And so when Tia had a tough time, I said, here, take these rubber duckies and hand them out to the children. And so she took the rubber duckies, and you should have seen the smiles and how the faces on the children lit up when she handed them. And there was one boy that grabbed two of them from Tia.
He said, thanks.
It brought such joy to Tia.
Were they putting them in the pool?
To see those smiles. Huh?
Were they putting the duckies in the pool?
No. They collect them and they hold on to them, and they're like, oh, another ducky. The kids just would get so excited. And Tia just loved how it just brightened up their faces.
So it was all about the smiles, and just their innocence, them being able to look at the duckies. And I mean, it really brought them joy. They were like, oh. And so I really started to just kind of go crazy over their expressions and stuff. And I would say, can I have a smile? And they would say yes. We had a real polite crew of kids. They would look at their parents and say, can I? And we did have the one boy, though. He was like, thanks. And it was kind of funny. So definitely had a good time. From your perspective, what was the one thing that stood out the most on the cruise?
For
you?
For our experience?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we just had a good time. The children, I thought the children were a blast. They weren't even crying. They were, everybody just seemed to be having a good time on the cruise. Like everybody
Uh,
was just relaxed. It was just nice to have that atmosphere.
what did you do? Tell us about something that you did that was out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary?
Yeah, something that you don't often.
I swam with dolphins.
Yes, you did. You were one of the ones. You were in Shell. You and Mary Ann got to swim with the dolphins. I'm trying to pull pictures up, but I got a very slow internet connection. That's why I'm on my cell phone. So if you guys start to see these pictures come in, that's what they are. You know, I'm trying to show them and share them. Um, but what I'm mostly talking about is your meal choices.
Oh, my meal choices, the meat. I don't eat a lot of meat. I don't eat a lot of sugar, and boy, I had it all. I had every single kind of meat except for fish. I don't like seafood
At all. That's a waste. So
I love
we'll be
seafood.
having a good time, and then we in New Orleans, so we gonna have some seafood. And she's like, I'll have chicken. I'm like, chicken? You just had chicken.
So yeah, lots of meat, lots of hot chocolate.
Shelly turned into a different person every night after 10. So she's very introverted, and I would say shy. But after 10, she became a different person.
Yeah, I didn't want to let Tia sleep.
She wants to go to the nightclub. We had pizza at midnight every night. We were having a mixed drink every night. We were going to adult shows, the 18 and over shows. They cuss in those shows, guys, and they talk about a lot of things.
Yes, a lot of things. Yes.
What, like a comedy show?
Yeah, they were comedy shows. They were most of the comedy shows. There was like a love and marriage show where they brought married couples on and they asked them questions. You know how we do here. Love is in the air, the game of love style, except we keep it PG. Yeah, theirs was kind of X-rated. It was able to talk about any and everything. When it comes to love and marriage, there were no barriers. Just bring it all up. And so, and they did. It was funny, obviously the one couple, the Black couple, that wife didn't care. She dinged her husband every chance he get. Oh, we got 32 seconds. Oh, he might get 16 good seconds. And I felt horrible for him. There was a couple there. They've been married for 52 years. I thought they gave the most accurate answers, the most spot on answers. So that was fun. Something else that you like what, obviously we had a couple on the cruise with us, and they were celebrating their 23rd anniversary. And one of the things that I had a good time teasing about is the fact that he was probably going to get tired of hanging out with the wife and her friends. And so I constantly made it a point to try and find him some friends. What was your take on that? I was not successful.
Tia was busy. She found everybody. So, yeah.
I definitely learned some things in trying to find him a friend. The biggest lesson I think that I learned is there is a such thing as a cruise bay.
We learned all about that.
We learned a lot about cruise bay. What did you think initially a cruise bay was?
I wondered if that's what it was.
You did? What am I the only one that did?
But then I kind of just sat back and I was like, and then it confirmed. So I was like, oh my.
So while I was in search of, now see, I had to ask him. Yeah, I did. I gave him my all to try and find him a friend, and there were There were some people that gave it their all to try and be a cruise bae. A cruise bae, just in case you guys are wondering, is somebody that's your boo. You booed up for the entirety of the cruise. And y'all are in like a cruise relationship and all that comes with a relationship for the whole entirety of the cruise, whether you know the person or not.
So it's not just for a booty call. They want you hanging out with them the whole entire
It's a
trip.
daily booty call. It's like every day. So you got to think fast. You know, you gonna be the cruise bae or you gonna move on.
Yeah.
And so I found this out looking for a best friend for my boy Bill. Now, Bill, I want you to know I was true and I was diligent. I worked very hard for you, but you had some, you know, like he was working against me. You know, the guys, they can go play basketball on the ship. They can go play, you know, volleyball on the ship. They had a little golf area you could tee up, you know, things that men like to do. So, okay. So I'm trying to find Bill a friend. So he have somebody to do this stuff with. He told me he didn't want to play basketball. He didn't want to play volleyball. And he didn't want to putt. And so the unfortunate aspect is they start at 7 a.m. in the morning, you know, and they had unlimited drinks. So I think off the bat, there was definitely no way. I'm still trying to load pictures in case you guys are wondering what I'm doing. What was your favorite port of call?
My favorite port of call?
Mhm.
Honestly, I enjoyed all of them, but I really enjoyed the Dolphins down in Cozumel. That was in Mexico.
Okay.
Just having that experience of being in the water and being up close to the dolphin, being able to touch the dolphin and seeing really how smart those animals are.
Okay.
They just got such pleasure. And what we really loved is when the dolphin gave us a kiss. You know, that was really neat that the dolphin was right here giving us a kiss. You know, never had that experience and I loved it. So that was one of the best experiences.
Well, you know, I had enough kisses from the pets on this trip. I told you guys that pets love me. If you guys are new to my channel, I know that when I went to see Rebecca last summer and a couple of years ago, her pets love me. They jump on me, they kiss on me. If I go to sleep, they come in the room and they kiss on me. So we stayed at Danielle's house in New Orleans. I really appreciate you, Danielle. Danielle let us swarm into her home and take over. First of all, Shelly didn't have any plans on asking to stay. She was from the start. She was just coming to stay. She was like, "You move over, we coming, me and Tia." And I'm like, "Listen, we need to ask this woman, you know, we don't need to assume. I don't need to be standing around anywhere with my feelings hurt because nobody gonna open the door and let us in." And Shelly didn't care. Shelly was like, "What? No. Oh, I don't think we need to ask." I'm like, "Yeah, we definitely need. Please ask." It took you 25 to 35 minutes to freaking ask. I'm like, "Please start typing." You were like, "Are you serious?" So I want to pose this question for everybody. Even if we're good friends, if I'm going to descend on your town and I want to stay with you, do you think that I should ask you, can I stay with you? Or is it okay to just show up? Let's talk about it. Post that down in the chat. I want Shelly to get a lesson. Now tell everybody what your thought process was. Like, I was really begging you to please ask her.
Well, Danielle's a sweetheart. She has invited us into her home before and said we're always welcomed. And so I really took her up on that. And so I said, well, after this cruise, you know, I think she'll let us stay with her again. So I was like,
I think the funniest part for me was there literally was no plan in place to ask her.
we were
And
just
I'm,
staying.
oh, Marianne said, my door is always open. Marianne, come to your senses because she will show up before you post that.
With all my belongings.
With 18 bags. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Shelly, when she go on a trip, she moving out. She taking every belonging in life with her. There is nothing that Shelly leaves. If she said she forgot something, I would have been like, I would have been so shocked. What is it? Why do you pack so much stuff?
I want to make sure we're prepared. So I want to make sure if anybody got sick, we had it. You know, if we needed, like, just to make sure we had everything. You know, I wanted to be prepared with the extension cords and the, you know,
fan. The fan.
fan.
You were truly a hero by she packed the fan for circulation in the room. And so many, like there is a cruise Facebook page for the people who went on a cruise. And that's one of the biggest complaints that they had is that they wish they had a fan because they felt, you know, their room was stuffy with no, you know, circulation and stuff. Shells even thought of the fan.
Yep.
So with that said, you know, I'm single and this is Love is in the Air. And there were quite a few proposals and things going on. Tell everybody what you observed.
Everybody.
Yes, do tell us what happened.
Everybody. Every time we turn around, there was a guy saying that they're going to pursue her and they're going to marry her. She even mentioned how she went off into the Cayman Islands.
I love that.
The Cayman Islands were beautiful. What was it? 4 proposals? It was 4 proposals. That's within a 2-3 hour period. But you know,
keep in mind, keep in mind, I do believe that, you know, green cards were obviously on the table. But one of the things that they were really trying to sell me on was the fact that if we do go ahead and get married, I won't have any taxes to pay. So this was like a big thing. Since I'm having trouble posting the video, I'm going to post it to the Facebook page. There was at one point I was doing a video with the boat behind me, and you guys can hear one of the gentlemen. This is when I was in the Cayman Islands. You can hear a gentleman pulling up saying, if you guys want to talk to her, then go and pursue her. Because they were catcalling. They worked in construction, and they were catcalling and like, oh, hey, baby, hey, beautiful lady, I want to be your husband. I want to. And they were hollering it in the background. And I'm not none the wiser. I don't know that, you know, they're talking to me. And then you can hear the gentleman. I stopped recording, but I think I think I can hear him. So I'm going to post that so you guys can get a couple of chuckles with me. There was one gentleman on the boat. I won't say his name or anything, but he's an employee, and I think he has to be careful because had I been on there a little bit longer, his pursuit I think could have got him fired. He had no qualms coming to our table, no qualms coming to my room and knocking on the door. He's not bad looking. So I will leave it at that. Amy said, I've had people call and show.
We even
Amy said,
we were out at midnight getting pizza, and men were coming up to the pizza place, walking around me and going and pursuing Tia.
That was funny.
Yeah, just start conversation and, you know, and I was
my Alabama stalker.
Oh, yes, that one. I turn around and she's talking to another guy. And he was like sitting with us, but he was nice. He was nice.
He was nice.
But
but
yes,
she was
Tia
me.
just has this aura where the guys just loved her. They just, well, you got a beautiful smile, a good persona. So I think that.
Oh,
So Tia, are you telling us that you're going to be going on 90 Day Fiance pretty soon?
no, I definitely won't be. Hey, cuz I'm late. It's so
You
good
can
to
be
see you.
famous.
I could be who?
Famous.
Yeah, no, I cannot be famous because I don't see myself on no show like that. That's our girl. So it was fun. We scrapbooking, we come with everything. So let's talk about that. We did have our table set up on the Lido deck right next to a beautiful scene of the ocean. And people were coming up to us. What are you guys working on? I did my third day. I think it was the third or fourth day that I went. I had a diamond painting set up just so that I could, market Lovers in the Air, market Palm Pal Pins and Friends, you know, drum up people asking. One of the things that it just didn't phase me to do, and we were getting a lot of requests, is for business cards. You have a business card? So I can find you guys later and things. So going forward, obviously, that would be ideal and a great way. So if anybody that was on the cruise, came in and is listening, definitely, say hi in the chat. We were at breakfast. Shells is so sweet. We were at breakfast. We were inviting, anybody sitting by themselves to just come and hang out with us. And we met a group of ladies who were like, oh, I'm going to watch. They were interested. And we saw them several times throughout the cruise. So they got to see exactly what projects we were working on. They know what cross stitch is. Obviously, I'm trying to drum up, also interest in diamond painting, and they got to see that. We met a couple of other ladies that had, they already were diamond painting. They're new, so they haven't experienced Diamond Art Club or Dreamer Designs or anything like that yet. So I think that that's going to be fun, being able to help somebody on their journey. Because you guys all remember when we first started. Do you remember when you first started diamond painting, Chelsea?
Yes, I do.
Did you ever get addicted to it? Like, I mean, obviously you're really addicted to cross stitch. You and Rochelle and Sweet. Marianne, she was a diamond painter. Y'all stole her and moved her over to cross stitch. And Marianne, shout out to you, sweetheart. She got, like, her project is real far. She was
Oh my
putting in
gosh.
she was putting in some real stitches. Yeah. So it was my goal to hit 40 to 70 stitches in a day. They was hitting like 200, 300 stitches in a day, so I just felt like, just being able to focus my thoughts and my mind was, an accomplishment and things. And so I definitely like that she was able to hit them numbers. My goal was not to come in last place. And I think y'all was fibbing and helping me out, because every day I'm like, what did you get? Okay, I beat her. But I had other stuff that I was working on. I did work on my workbooks and things. I had some homework. And so I definitely got that taken care of. What else do you remember? What else stood out? Like, what was your favorite show? What was the worst part about the trip?
Getting in the elevators and having that smell. That was the only thing, the smell. I mean, the shows were okay. I enjoyed all of them. Back to the excursions. I really enjoyed the St. Pedro over in,
Okay.
I believe that was the Cayman Islands. And there was a story that stood out because the Hurricane Ivan had hit the Cayman Islands and wiped the electricity out for like about 4 months. And the story that they had told us about how the United States and Canada came to their rescue. And there's a picture of 12 log chairs. And then in the center, it tells the story of how long they were out of electricity and, everyone that came to help them. It was just a beautiful story. And then it was also rum tasting. So it was, and then the story of how it came to be. So that was one of the favorite things that stood out. The shows, I enjoyed them all, you know. Um, the comedy was X-rated, but I enjoyed it. And the dancers, uh, they danced pretty, I mean, the smiles, and they put all their effort. The singing was beautiful. I think it was just overall a nice experience. It was just laid back. Anything was good.
I think it's time for some reality now.
Yeah, it was just nice to escape.
So I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask. How much did you miss Rico? That's what I said.
I miss Rico a lot.
I bet. Rico is her dog, just in case y'all are wondering. Amy, it was Carnival and we were on the Liberty. So I'm gonna add in the reality that I know that everybody is talking about. So the smell that she's mentioning was a horrific mildew, like old water smell. So when they went to mop the elevator every morning, they were using old dirty water. They weren't changing the water at all. I'm like, just add bleach. They were just use, and so it was rank and rancid, and everybody noticed it. Everybody was like, that's an old mop. And it was just horrible. First thing in the morning, you're getting on the elevator to go grab breakfast. That's what you're smelling. So that was horrible. Obviously once you got off, you got a breath of fresh air, out of sight, out of mind. But I do, want to mention it because it wasn't all rainbows. One of the boat rocked a lot. So the unfortunate part is it started to rain en route to Cozumel. And it sprinkled in Cozumel. By the time we were leaving, it was pouring down raining, and it went on to rain for like the next 2 days, I believe. And so the boat really rocked. That wasn't an issue, but do you know how hard it is to drink alcohol and walk a straight line when the boat is rocking? That's probably why I'm sore now. Terry said, I'm glad you ladies had a good time.
Like, does it rock a lot?
This time it did. It did.
Yeah.
Like I was in the shower and I almost fell because it was rocking so hard. And I've never experienced it that much before.
So things fell off our shelves in our bathroom onto the floor. So that's a lot. And then we had other people that we heard them reporting the same thing, that items were falling off their, obviously it depends on what deck they were on, where they were at on the deck. But yeah. Hi, Dawn. So we had that. It's just a great cruise all in all. One of the things that I, before we move on and do our wheel, wanted to do was, this is a group of women, and I do apologize. I wanted to show you guys all of our pictures, but my internet is just horrible tonight. I don't know what's going on. And it's still frozen. So I will post it on Palm Pal Pins and Friends. Just wanted to kind of show you guys, we did have matching t-shirts. The shirt that Shells has on, that was our day one shirt. Then obviously I have on one of our cruise t-shirts. This was day 2. And then we had a pink shirt also, that was day 3. After day 3, obviously that's when the excursions began. And so, we walked around looking like a gang of cross-stitch gangsters for the first few days while we were on the boat. Nobody messed with us because we had scissors and needles. So definitely want to give a shout out to Bill. Bill was, he was the master of ceremonies. He actually ran the circus, and we were the circus acts. So kudos to Bill. Great guy. I tried my hardest. Go look at some tatas. Go, it's an R-rated show over there. You should go. Bill stuck beside his wife. He wasn't going nowhere. And I tried my hardest to get him in trouble, but I'll tell you, he was a good guy. I seen them put a needle. They put a needle and some cross stitch in his hand by the end of the cruise as well. So shout out to Bill. Bill, if you go on our next cross stitch retreat, you need to bring your friends with you. I worked hard. I think I deserve a little work on your end. Tammy says all the cruises I've been on except one never rocked. This one rocked. You ever heard? It rocked. At one point, I was singing this song, "Rock the Boat, Don't Rock the Boat, Babe." It was rocking that much, and it definitely, you could get hurt, especially if you've been drinking. And so, just a lot of fun. How are you doing tonight, Dawn? Shell is a different person after 10. So she did mention that she liked to do stuff. Let's talk about the 80s party. I definitely I'm posting that video. What were you doing in the 80s party? So she was definitely dancing, and I did get a video of her so that you guys know who she is. That's her bum that's shaking. And they gave us all of the what are those things called? The batons. They gave those batons to us so that we could, kind of stir the music on and things. So hopefully, you'll be able to see that. But I'm going to post that video as well. Again, I tried to post. I prepared. I sent all of that stuff in ahead of time so that I just didn't know that I wouldn't have any service. So, technical difficulties. Who would we be if not, for us having these difficulties that we're always besmirched and plagued with? So what have you been?
Why don't you tell them about John or one of the service?
Let's talk about John. Mm-hmm. So we have main dining seating. We definitely have main dining seating, and what that means, that's captain's table. You're able to have nice, fine dining, elegant food choices, amazing food. And they also provided us with a show. Now they have an excellent entertainer that I feel, he's extremely talented, way too talented, obviously, for the position that he has a beautiful voice. His name is John, and John is he's waiter by day, but he's definitely one of the main entertainers, and they provide the song choices to him that he sings. So he sang Tennessee Whiskey, which is a beautiful song choice. There was someone's anniversary on the ship, and he sang it to them. Not a Dry Eye, very beautiful. And I really feel like his talent is wasted. We definitely tried to talk him into like maybe doing something on YouTube, trying to come out, joining the show with us so that we can focus or highlight something that he's doing. He's a little gun shy, but John, if you are in here, definitely say hello. And I told you I want to be a manager. He has a beautiful voice, beautiful voice. If I were being honest, I asked him how come he wasn't a part of the showcast. That's how beautiful his voice was. And he said that they practiced so much. That's, maybe why we didn't think they had maybe the best voice, because it's strained from them practicing so much. And he doesn't want to practice to the extent where he's straining his vocals. But he's a beautiful singer. If I'm ever able to, introduce him to anyone, get him here to the States, I did offer him to stay in my spare room if he wanted to come and visit and work on his talent. So keep that in mind. John was awesome. He was amazing. We had the best waiters. I don't know if, we're allowed to mention their names and things like that, but we did have a head waiter and he had 2 assistants. And I will let you know that this was just a great experience where, they kind of tag team and help one another out. It was a great experience. I wrote them a very touching letter when we were leaving. So if you guys got those letters, you guys can send me a private message. My email is in my about page.
Yeah, we did have some good service from the steward. Yep.
I'm still trying. Lizzie, are you able to share your screen? My whole system is black right now.
Yeah.
It is.
Tia,
Huh?
we had this conversation before the live that she's saying I was being mean because you did not do it properly. So I'm just a guest. I can't do nothing.
So what we said before the live was,
No,
do
she
I
said I was
ever
being
set it
mean.
up?
She said I was being mean. Shit, can you believe that?
Because I never set it up. She said I didn't do it properly. I've never set it up to even do it properly. When we share, she had the account. Remember, guys, she got mad in October and shut everything down. I'm never going on StreamYard again. She shut everything down, and then when she came back, begging, streaming, "Oh, please let me back in. I love you. No, rain on my thunder." When you did that beforehand and after, I've never set the shows up. You do. So she was yelling at me that I didn't set it up right. I'm like, I always set it up and send you an invite. She has a way of doing it where I can just log into her account and then we're both on, our respective channels. But I've never done that. So what I'm saying, Lizzie, love, is when you were yelling at me that I didn't do it right, I had never done it for it to be right or wrong. Now, does that help?
Well, it doesn't help you showing your pictures because I don't have access.
I sent them to you.
How am I supposed to show it on my phone?
Oh, you can't. Oh, I didn't know you couldn't do anything.
I
Huh.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I can't do nothing.
I said I didn't know you couldn't do anything. I thought you could do at least. I'm just trying to show the pictures. Okay, well, you got the wheel? Nope, you don't have that either, huh?
No, not that either.
All right, well, here's what I'm gonna do. When in doubt, restart, reboot. So I'm gonna restart the laptop since I'm already in here on my phone, and I'm gonna see if restarting. I have been gone, and I don't know if I restarted since I've been back. Maybe, I don't know. What happened with your? Let's blame Shelly for something. What happened with you? What happened with your internet when you were logging in?
It was real slow. I couldn't get on.
Yeah, that's what's going on with me. Everything is moving slow.
Get on and it was freezing. It wasn't.
It must be an American thing.
Frozen. Yeah.
Did you hear that? I'm
here
taking
in
the
Canada.
fence.
It's just fine.
You see what I got to deal with? I'm taking offense. I don't have a retort, but I'm gonna think of one. So this week, the wheel that we are obviously week number 3. This is the wheel that should have run Saturday morning. Obviously, it didn't have adequate internet connection to go live or to set it up. So I figured we would just go ahead. My YouTube just updated while switching to my tablet. There's something going on, maybe. I'm not sure. But what I'm just going to do, I'm going to restart my laptop while I'm explaining, what the wheel gift is for tonight. So the giveaway item is going to be a $20 gift card to Captured by Radiance. Obviously, the week 3, hashtag love is in the air 2025, compound pen. So the official pen, not the one that Lizzie tried to change or get recreated. I'm still a little confused on that one. Yeah, show the pen. So that's what I'm doing right now. I am trying to restart. Obviously, once you see who the winner is, you'll reach out to me or Lizzie. And then again, at the end of the collab ends Saturday, just so y'all are aware. So it's not that much longer a break. on Saturday, Lizzie and I will host our morning laughs with Tia and Lizzie, or Lizzie and
And I'll
Tia.
set it up.
There you go. Did y'all hear that? We co-signing. She's gonna set it up. It's gonna be a problem. I already know, but we gonna underline it right now. And so that's going to be our last week 4 giveaway. And then we do have our grand prize, which is a $50 gift card to Dreamer Designs. That's going to run during the morning laughs with Lizzie and Tia as well. So you still have 2 more opportunities to win. Well, 3, because we haven't done the week 3 yet, which is what I'm waiting on right now. The wheel is ready to go, but clearly there's some things going on.
Try
I've
to do it
called.
now and see if what happens.
I'm doing it now. I just hit. I'm restarting. Like I can't do much else but restart. You know, love is in the air,
I gotta go to
huh?
bed.
I know. And it's 3 minutes over. Is y'all gonna kill me? We done went 3 minutes over. I'm just trying to make sure that we had. Look at Shelly laughing. Shelly, it's almost bedtime. Liven it up a bit. Liven it up a bit.
Isn't she in the same time zone as you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she is. But I
Yeah.
mean, we it would be 11 o'clock right now if we were on the boat, and
I
she would
know.
find stuff to want to do. I'm like, it's bedtime. I'm going to bed between 8:30 and 9. And she's like, let's go get pizza. Shelly don't eat meat, but Shelly had meat every day on the boat. And
Yeah.
then would say, oh, my stomach. I think it's the meat I ate. Well, what do you think it is? Of course it's the meat. You don't eat meat.
Then we go for pizza.
And then
next
we
thing
would
you
go
know-
for pizza.
Yeah, then we'd go for pizza. And then next thing you know, I had her up to 1 a.m.
We would be up laughing and giggling. I couldn't get her to go to sleep. She talking about something. Let's do the stairs. Do it look like I do stairs? Do these shoulders look like they handle stairs well at all? She was like, she didn't care. You'll be fine. Let's go.
Yeah, we're doing the stairs. We're eating a lot. So let's go.
We're doing the stairs. Whew. I'm like, let's take the elevator. No, we're taking the stairs. Oh, who left you with me? Like, so lots of fun.
It was great. It was a great week. Everybody, it was all great.
So I did want, like, I know that you guys did an excursion on the Cayman Islands. One of the things that I liked about not only did, obviously I got hit on a lot on the Cayman Islands, but the gentlemen that were catcalling, they worked construction sites. I thought they were building new buildings. I'm like, oh, this island looks like it's doing well. So you guys got a beautiful story about, when you guys went on your excursion. And I was telling Sweets that I heard almost the same thing, but from the island, the natives' perspective. They were talking to me about how they were rebuilding the buildings that had been damaged as a part of Ivan. So these weren't new construction, they were rebuilding. And unfortunately, some of the buildings had a lot of damage. So they were going from the bottom all the way up. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Been a rough day. Hope you had a good trip, Tia, and everyone is having a great week. Hi, Amber. Lizzie, did you get your room done? She was working on her room tonight.
Oh no, that was hanging up a picture in here. No,
All of that y'all was doing was hanging up a picture?
yeah. No, we painted the bathroom and my old bedroom was renovated for Tia when she comes to visit.
Yep, because she told me.
It's all freshly painted now.
I got a room to stay in.
And
look at this, Shelly. Lizzie, when I come to Canada, can I stay in my room?
yes. Not that you'll ever come here anytime soon. But And
That's not good.
and the other day I was gonna go live, but then my sister has this man over here doing construction, and he's banging and hollering and hooting. Yeah, so I didn't go live. And then Wednesday night on your live, like, you go so late. Like, I was ready for bed.
Just make sure that you guys all
Oh, no,
tune in
you
to
were
Palm
so
Pal
loud.
Pins and Friends. I will be posting the pictures of our trip. You'll obviously be able to see
But
Shelly Shaker.
I'm gonna go off now because I'm gonna go to bed.
All right.
Okay. Have a good day
Because
tomorrow at work.
I have to work for a living,
Oh,
That's okay.
and it's late, and I get up at 4 a.m.
All right. Good night. Dang.
Bye.
goodbye.
Um, I'm gonna post the pictures. Obviously, I want you guys to be able to see Shelly shaking her tutu. We had a great time. You know, I want you guys to see our shirts. Obviously, some more pictures of the venues that we went on. We had some great venues. Not only did you get a chance to swim with the dolphins, and you got to go to hear about. Let's talk about this ghost house that the voodoo house y'all went to in Jamaica. Did you bring home something you weren't supposed to, ghost or anything?
Actually, no. I was very lucky, very fortunate. But it was a plantation, and it was I forget the lady's name. She was the white ghost, the white witch. I'm sorry, white witch, and she had, I believe, 4 husbands, and I think she murdered all of them, even her slave. And they were in the bedrooms. And according to the tour guide, she would not even go in the bedrooms. She was doing the tour, and I didn't feel anything or see anything. The only thing is that Danielle Sweets, when she was showing her camera up at towards the plantation, the house, the lights were flickering in her phone, and nobody else got that effect. So that was the only thing that we did notice.
And y'all stayed.
And
y'all stayed.
for the tour.
You continued on the tour after that.
We still went in and took the tour. And I don't know if it's because it was in Jamaica, because I know here in Nevada, when I went to the museum here, I was scared to death. There, the tour guide said, I'm not going in any of these rooms. And
we don't do stuff like that. I just don't see me doing stuff like that. I told y'all, Black people don't do this kind. We don't chase ghosts, and we don't, the shaman and the voodoo master, we steer clear. And once the lights started flickering, I would have been gone.
We went outside in the back. She's buried in the back, but they're saying that she's not resting, that she's still, around the plantation. And it was later in years, a housekeeper happened to be working upstairs, and she got pushed out of the window, and they believed it was the spirit of, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank to her name, the white witch.
That's okay. Don't call her name, because you know what happened when you say it 3 times. So
exactly.
you're doing fine.
When she, the housekeeper fell out, so they believe it was her spirit that did it. So it was an interesting, history that we were learning about, but that her spirit still wanders the plantation.
Mm-mm.
I didn't feel anything.
I'm glad you didn't, because I don't. What did I make you do? What did I make you do?
Oh, like the blessing water and the rosary and
holy water.
Water. Yep. Saying our prayers. And I
made her douse she got a rosary out. I made her douse down in holy water, 3 Hail Marys, kiss it up to the Lord. I had her doing all of that. Don't bring nothing back here you didn't leave with. And she was going to play with the voodoo master and the shaman. I told her, yep, I'm good. She was like, you sure you don't? No, I'm sure I don't want to go. So I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came back and you're okay. One of the highlights one of the highlights of the trip was our ride to the airport. Sweet's friend, she was a hoot.
Yes, she
Um,
was.
she had me cracking up laughing. Now she told me, I feel like she gave me a compliment and then took it away, all in the same sentence. She told me, "You look real young." I was like, "Thank you. I mean, you look real young, about 32. But I know if you hanging with Danielle, your ass is close to retirement."
That was funny. That was
So I felt like she gave me a good compliment and then took it away. But she was a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed our ride. How about the rain when we went to Zydeco's the first night? Were you shocked? I was shocked. I was definitely shocked. Like it just came out of nowhere. Like, really? We just got out of this in Vegas and now we're coming here. It's supposed to be nice and hot. And what's going on? We on vacation. It was pouring down rain.
pouring
And
down.
then,
And when it turned, it was
Mhm.
pouring down rain.
Correct.
Like
Correct.
pouring.
So the boat, how did you like the boat over? I know we talked about, the mopping floor and things like that. But we had the casino, we had the little lounge area outside, we had the Venetian where we could go see the shows. We had the comedy club in the back, the Lido deck. What did you think? Because a lot of people ask me, was this the rain followed? It certainly did, Marianne. It followed us. A lot of people asked me, since I had gone on other ships, so I've been on Royal Caribbean and Norwegian cruise lines, to compare. Have you cruised on other, or is Carnival, are you like, Carnival Bay?
I, I cruised on Royal Caribbean.
Okay.
And
Did you like?
it was on one of the newer ships, so I was used to the decor. So this was a little bit older. The decor, it seemed like we were in the 1920s.
The decor was older. I finally found the library. I was in shock. So they had a library on deck, and it was mentioned in the materials, and I'm like, where the heck they got a library hiding that? But I was in shock when I finally found them. Yeah.
They were kids that were working on their homework.
They were in there working. I was so proud to see that. Um, so if I had to, obviously going forward, I would like to see, and these are just tips, and you can rein in with your tips and things like that. I would like to see more power options in the stateroom. We only had one plug. You were phenomenal in your forethought in bringing the extension cord, because we wouldn't have had any phone service. My cord didn't work directly. It only worked when it was plugged into your extension cord. And I didn't understand, what that was. Maybe is it pulling too much wattage, or, I don't know. It said 110 volt. So I should have been able to pull from there the same way I do at home. There's an AC, power outlet, but I couldn't do it directly. It would not charge. So I always had to plug into your extension cord and then plug into my phone. I even brought portable chargers, so that I, at least extended my power option and things. And the same thing, I had to plug in to your extension cord. Marianne, can you rein in on that? Any rationale or reasoning behind it for people who may, be going on a cruise? There is a cruise coming. I'm still restarting, so I guess I had a bug or something in my computer. It's clean and stuff. But I wanted to make sure that I shared with you guys there is going to be a cruise hosted by Care Bear and Rachel Ray that is setting sail in 2026. And then if you guys look, Mary Ann, she is the travel agent extraordinaire who put our travel details together. She doesn't have a business card, but make sure that you guys reach out if you guys have questions or you want to host any type of travel event. The one thing that we noticed, there were a couple of large groups. There was a group of 30 family members. It was a huge group. And one of the things that they came together and did, they came together and put a beautiful trip together for one of the sisters. It was 7 sisters all together, and one of the sisters was retiring. And so I got a chance to play a game and be a team with them. We came in second place out of 7 teams. Yay! Um, we was out there, guessing our butt off. The funny part is on one of the questions, the question was to tell us when cereal was first discovered. And you had a range. You could be 70 years on the, forward side or the backward side. So tell us when. And we obviously didn't get the question right. And one of the sisters went up to Ella. Ella, hey, hey. She did that the whole time on the boat, the first few. So one of the sisters went up to Ella and was like, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" What the heck kind of question? I mean, I was like, "Uh-oh, what kind of team am I? What kind of team did I join?" Like I said, that was the question that we missed. The team that beat us, they knew they were with it. No, I think they hit it spot on. They hit the answer spot on. Oh no, just got her out of my head. So Marianne says the extension cord is a must. This is the one cruise ship that has never plugged other cruise lines or had more than one plug. So this one only had one plug in the room. Obviously, you can't have certain surge protectors, so you want to always check with your travel agent when it comes to what kind of power sources you can have. Definitely check. But this one right here, like I said, Shelly thought of everything. We went without nothing. Shelly was on every powder and diet brand muffin, and she was adding stuff to everything. I mean, this is for fiber. This is so I can sniff. This is so I can cough. This is so the left eye can see, and this is so the right eye can see. Kate, she had every powder. She had a candy fit in the middle of the night, and she had a big ass bag of candy. Thank you for sharing the candy. I think we put a nice big bit sweets. Now we got to Sweet's house. This is where we had planned to just arrive. We weren't going to ask. So in true form, Shelly and I told Sweets, she said, "I got 2 rooms. You can have this room or that room." I was like, "Well, I like the recliner. Yeah, I think I'm going to sleep here." Shells was like, "I'm going to sleep in either that recliner or I'm sleeping on that couch right there." Like, we just descended on this woman's house and just took over. We slept where we wanted.
We
Put her out her room.
Ate her food.
Took her remote and controlled the TV. We watched what we wanted. We had a movie marathon going on. We had a Dateline marathon going on. At one point, we was watching back-to-back episodes of Dateline. Them stories get rather good. And then we slept where we wanted. So I do want to blow kisses to Sweet. Such a sweetheart. She didn't have any issues. She said, "You guys are always welcome." We were in that fridge. We were, homemade lasagna. Her sister brought over homemade lasagna and cooked for us. When I tell you they rolled out the red carpet and, really showed some hospitality, love it. You didn't want to sleep with Shelly again. So let me tell you about sleeping with Shelly. Let me tell y'all about sleeping with Shelly. This is why I needed to take over the recliner. Shelly was looking for a new husband. We get in the first night, we're going to stay in a hotel. We're going to get picked up and we're going to the boat the next morning. So we have our room. We're going to share this queen bed. Marianne and Sweets, they're sharing their queen bed. No issues with them. And then Bill and Deanne, they're going to share their queen or king, but they're married. And so aren't me and Shelly. Shells gets in the bed. It's 3 pillows. She gets in the bed and she already is laying on the middle pillow and proceeds to put her hands behind the back of her head and say, you coming to bed, T? I'm like, well, yeah, I only had this little sliver, of space. And so I try and get in the bed. It's cold. We got the air going. We live in Las Vegas. We're coming from a different environment and we're cold. I'm snuggled up. Thank you, Sweets, for the blanket. Sweets got me an additional blanket. And Shelly was like, not having it. She was like, oh, Tia, you're so warm. And she proceeds to snuggle with me and wrap her leg around me.
And I don't remember any of this.
And she pushing me to the edge of the bed. So I'm trying to turn. I'm trying to get as comfortable as I can. I'm noticing that I can't lay on my stomach. I was all the way on the sliver on my shoulder. So I'm trying to turn, just want to lay on my stomach. I got one titty on the bed, one titty off in space somewhere, and here comes Shelly's leg. I was like, I felt for her husband at that point.
Any of this.
Man, oh man. All I remember you saying is, you're just so warm.
Well, I remember the room being so cold. It was just so cold.
Marianne and Sweets, they sleep because they're used to their pets jumping in the bed with them. So they already sleep on the outer edge. I should have went and got in the middle and slept with them. I think I might have got more space, more room. Shelly was definitely not trying to. She wanted, I'm just a leg pillow, and I told her, I was like, how does your husband sleep? Like, you got to be pushing him out the bed. And she told me she does. He complains about it all the time. So I definitely appreciate that, we got to know each other so well. And
I don't even remember it.
That's why I said, I got the recliner. That bed that, she was putting us in, I was like, oh, Lord, I can see it now. She's going to be loving on me. If it wasn't you, it was definitely going to be, what's her dog's name? Bailey?
Bailey.
Bailey was in love.
I will tell you that Tia had the best sleep in that recliner. When I saw her sleep, she was out. She was knocked out. Yes. It was so comfortable. And it had a massage aspect to it. So I did love the recliner. I did enjoy it. And I appreciate you, Sweets, for letting us take over your home. Thank you so very much. I enjoyed it. Yes,
Sweets. And thank you for sharing your pets. Yep. Shelly was jealous because even Clover.
Yeah.
Did it goose me? No, it didn't goose me. It wasn't one of those like at the Hamilton retreat. It just felt good. So Sweets has 2 large poodle dogs. I mean large. And she has 2 cats. So one of the cats, Clover, used to like Shelly.
Yeah.
It was like, what are you
doing after Tia?
No, I do think that you guys are right. Maybe I exhibit some sort of pheromone where pet, because I always call myself the pet whisperer. And I tell people all the time, your pet's going to fall in love with me, and then they do. So, Sweets had one dog, that you guys know dogs like to kiss me. This one right here was no different. She would wait till I started talking though. And she would get her tongue in, I'm like, and then she put her arms around me, and I was like, I feel like we on a date. So do people. Oh, thank you. So the dog definitely had some love for me, Bailey, and Bailey loves me. I had to say, Bailey, we're gonna have to break up because like you're not paying no bills, you know. Like Bailey was not trying to let me go. So Bailey, you want to come here? You see, I got a big enough bed for us, but you're gonna have to pay some bills. You know, you want to take me on a date or two. I feel like we real acquainted. I'm okay to ask you these types of things. So I'm still trying to see if one last like it finally came up. So we're gonna see if I can do this wheel or something. So it was a lot of fun. I definitely had a great time. I can't wait for the next one. Obviously, like I said, this was we got a lot of crafting done. Shout out to Marianne. I felt like Marianne was definitely razored in. She was zoned in. Um, there were days where obviously, like I thought Sweets a couple of times, but Sweets would get up and go and help everybody with, the questions that they had. And other people were coming over asking questions and things. So it was definitely a lot of fun. We tried to steal from Sweets when we got to her house. She had a lot of projects and things like that. So what I'm gonna say is she just puts the picture of the project in the bag. Like there was no way to steal any of this. I felt like, this was a way. I'm like, wait till she go to sleep. We gonna steal her projects. We gonna go through all her stuff. We looking. She very smart. Like she saw Shelly coming. Um,
Yep.
Miriam said, I did. I got a lot done on the cruise ship. Yes, you did. You were razored in. You were honed in. The numbers that you were putting up, I was just trying to get to like 70 stitches a day, to say that I was actually doing something. I'm working on a full coverage. I've been working on this one for a couple of years. It's nice to just pull it out, and just refocus my thoughts and things. What I love about the cross stitch community is you guys don't ride when it comes to completions and things. And that's something that Bill mentioned when I was asking him. He was like, well, I know what a work in progress is, and I know that there's no need to complete these works, that you guys are just going to keep starting. How many starts? So I thought that was crazy that those are, terms that he picked up on. He's real in tune to DN, and he's a good guy. Even though I tried to get him in trouble, he stayed home. I, tried to get him a best friend so he can run around the ship with. He wasn't trying to have it. Other than that, any questions that you guys have about, retreats, cruises, you can definitely reach out to myself or Lizzie. Obviously, the next retreat that's coming up, Mindy has one that's coming up. He's very supportive husband. And he's a good guy, Again, I try to find him a couple of best friends. I spend a lot of time and effort asking men, hey, you looking for a friend? You got somebody to cruise with? I didn't realize that I was coming off like a desperate woman. Why does she keep asking me if I need somebody to cruise? I started off, I think I was asking everybody, do you play basketball? We got, a basketball game going on at 7. Can I meet you up? So, I was trying to facilitate the communications, at breakfast. I definitely, when men would be sitting by themselves, a lot of women, they don't care. They leaving their husband behind. There is absolutely no way we hanging out on this boat together. So find you somebody, get up and get in the wind, stay out my way. That was something that I definitely noticed. So these men would maybe be sitting off by themselves. Yeah, I got a wife, she around here somewhere. And I just made it a point to really try to get Bill a friend. But Bill got to be willing to go play with his new friend. He wasn't getting in the sandbox with nobody but DN. So,
Yep.
so he was very supportive. He was a lot of fun. He sat and hung out and laughed and joked with us. And then we all would drink. So lots of fun. I think it was a great trip, very relaxing. Before leaving, I definitely want to thank you guys. There was a dim night. I had an issue at dinner, and I felt like I put a somberness over dinner, and I felt really bad about that. Obviously, I had to talk with my psychiatrist and I had to talk with a therapist. Um, they definitely felt like you were a hero, in that you were like really honing in on what happened just prior to that, that brain, fart and things. And, it gave them a lot of information, and they were able to put on like an emergency virtual session for me. But one of the things that they definitely said was, I'm so glad that she was able to be on the trip and to help you and to, give you some of those tips and those suggestions. A lot of things that you said, they went on to say. So I definitely thank you. You guys were, phenomenal. And you didn't, it's already embarrassing to be the person that you feel, is not, all there. And you guys didn't chastise me. You didn't make me feel bad at all. You're very supportive, and I really appreciate that. Um, I'm learning. I'm in a new place with, who my circle is, and you guys are definitely in my circle. So I love you. You're
Love you
supposed to
too.
say, I was gonna say you're
Love
supposed
you
to say,
too. It
you're
was a
supposed to
lot
say,
of fun. It was a lot of fun hanging
it
out with
was.
you, and it was so nice to see you laugh and be
Thank
relaxed,
you.
and
I
you
appreciate
know,
that.
and everybody, we all just had a great time.
More laughs to
You know.
come, definitely.
hmm
I love you too, Marianne. How many people went? It was six of us. I'm trying, Cheryl. It was six of us. It was amazing, and I can't wait for our next one. Ah.
The one
So
thing about the cruises is that you become, if you've never cruised before, you become a cruise family. You all become a family on the cruise. And
I
it's
agree.
just so nice when you're able to just say hi to people, and it just sparks up conversation. And it was really fun, Tia, to watch you converse and laugh, and to watch everybody, you know,
What
get
I
along
liked
with
was,
people.
getting to know new people,
People.
feeling, just kind of feeling like, they're sharing their stories and things, just some kind of connection to them, a connection, with no expectations and things. So I really, really did start to enjoy, just the time and the communication I was able to start to have with everyone. Oh, y'all not gonna believe this. Let me see. Let me see. Um,
And we've already
I
started making a list for the next cruise of the stuff we need, or we need to make sure we bring on the ship.
that's
So,
right.
for any of you
So
that are first time cruisers.
that's right. Reach out to us definitely, because there are tips that we were sharing. We were creating a list, and I think that it is going to be helpful and insightful to be able to have, that list, that tip list. Are you guys able to see what I see? Can you see that?
Yep, there's a wheel.
Okay. So I finally got my computer up. I had to restart it. After restarting the computer, it ran through some kind of test, and now it looks like it is up and running. So week 3 of Our Love is in the Air is going to be for a $20 gift card to Captured by Radiance. Now, for those who don't win, you can still use Lizzie's code. Lizzie, I think it's Lizzie. It's in my description box. I don't want to, misinform you and then you can't use it. But I do know it's in the description box. So after the live, if you want to go back, I do post that information. And that way you're able to at least still shop and get a nice savings when you find something you love. So this is going to be for week 3. This should have been Saturday morning's drawing. Obviously, I was limited, unfortunately, and I did not have a lot of internet. And the internet I had, you know, we were trying to call a bank and things. Tammy says, Shelly and everyone, thank you for taking care and supporting our Tia. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Momo says, hugs, Tia. It's great to have someone
Hugs.
who supports you. I found out who my true friends are when dealing with that is definitely what, you know, you start to see your inner circle and, you know, who that care and that love, you know, who your concern should be for and with. So I definitely appreciate the smiles that I got and the love. So with that said, I'm going to click on this wheel and we're going to see. Well, let me shuffle, 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 because I didn't shuffle. As you can see, it says 0 results. This one just came up. I'm shuffle one more time. Okay, here we go. Now, if you've already won week 1 or 2, then, you know, we will spin again. Just want to make sure I say that. That way it's fair for everyone. Now, you will have the ability to then try for the $50 gift card, which is the grand prize. So we're doing 2 giveaways Saturday morning on Morning Laughs. We're doing week 4. And that's for another $20 gift card to Capture by Radiance and a Love is in the Air pin. And then obviously the main is a $50 gift card to Dreamer Designs. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. It looks like, here we go. You guys saw it after we shuffled. Kudos, kudos, kudos. Momo Grimes. Momo just won a $20 gift card to Captured by Radiance, along with a hashtag heart. Love is in the air 2025 compound pin. Yeah, that's my pin. So everyone's saying congrats, congratulations. Good job. Now that we have that, I'm gonna just be a little greedy, just a little, since things are coming up a little bit. I'm gonna see if it let me show you a picture or two. If it does, if it doesn't, you know. Hey, Kayleen, what's up? Amber's in the house. Look at that. You know, I might have counted my eggs before they hatched. You know, I was hoping to still try and get the pictures. So no pictures. They still moving kind of slow. All right. Well, you know, Shelly, you getting tired over there. It's after 10, huh?
It's 8:40.
It's 8:40. Oh, okay. uh, everyone's saying congratulations. So this was definitely, riddled with technical difficulties. I definitely wanted to be able to share with you guys some awesome photos, wanted to be able to laugh and talk about the pictures. So you guys will see them start to post on Palm Pal Pins and Friends. It's an open group, so you'll probably see it. If you're not in that group, you may see it post directly to my Facebook. So definitely check out the pictures and see some Cozumel, see some Jamaica, see some Grand Cayman Island. Yeah, we had some. You'll see some of the dolphins, the cute dolphins. So you guys will definitely be able to just kind of feel like you were there, you know, along with us. Other than that, we are going to see you guys Saturday morning. Hugs to you all, and thank you very much for coming
Thanks for
out.
having me.
Oh, you're welcome. A moment.
Have a great night. Bye.